Alright guys, this is a short video on making a GoPro pole mounts. I just made this one earlier. It's a short one, and it's made out of a broomstick handle and just some other stuff. It's a small project, quick, simple, easy, extremely inexpensive, yet very effective. I literally went to Lowe's and bought the cheapest broom they had sitting on the shelf, and I cut it, and then this here is a cap from the plumbing section. I think it's a 3/4, and it just happens to fit in there perfectly. Let's see if I can show you. This is the rest of the pole I can use to make another one, but I didn't have another bolt. I thought I had more, but I forgot. But as you can see, the cap just fits in there perfectly. And then obviously before you put it on, you're going to want to drill a small hole in the center, a very small one. That way the second one you drill, it's easier to keep it centered and accurate. And you don't want to drill it the same size as this bolt here. You want to drill it smaller. That way when you screw it in, it stays really tight. And then you can use some washers and stuff behind it to make sure you get it the right height. You don't want it much higher than this because you want it to be able to screw on and become tight. Yeah, you can see it works just like that. And then after you do that and you slip it in there, right behind here, I just have it taped. But right behind there is a small self-tapping screw. You can put one on each side, and that'll prevent the cap from ever slipping out. And it's pretty solid. It's light, simple. The broomstick cost me $5 and X amount of cents. That's literally how cheap it is. And I can make probably another one, as you can see. So, oh, and the cap I think was like 98 cents or something. The bolt and nuts, you could buy a couple of them, probably a few dollars. So I could probably make a couple mounts here for maybe less than $10. And then if you go into the painting section, you can buy one of the extendable poles. This one was $7. And basically the exact same thing. You go into the plumbing section, you look for a cap that'll fit on there, and then you put it on. This one's over the top. It wasn't as perfect, so I put a little bit of tape and glue in there. And as soon as it hardens, I'm going to put 2 self-tapping screws in the sides of it. That way it can't possibly come off. And this thing's pretty heavy duty, and it's solid, and it extends really far. It's got 3 extension parts to it. It's from the painting section. And again, probably less than $10 to make a very nice pole mount. Opposed to going online. And on eBay, you can buy the really cheap ones from like Hong Kong for about 13 bucks. And if you want to buy the actual GoPro ones, this one's on Amazon, one of the GoPro pole mounts or whatever, yeah, like almost 60 bucks. And it's not going to be as flimsy as the super cheap ones, but it's still going to be fairly small, cheap, and light feeling. And you know, just buying something legit and making it yourself, it's a lot stronger, useful, and for a much cheaper price. So that's how I made my GoPro pole mounts.